Kara merhaba.
Merhaba.
3-0'lık bir ezici bir yenilginin ardından mucizevi bir geri dönüş yaptınız. O maçın ardından takım içinde neler konuştunuz?
I think we just had a lot of confidence that we could do it. We were very motivated in practice. Not every practice was a good one, but I think that we scouted them very well. I think everybody believed that we could do it, and I think that was the biggest thing.
Kara, biz orada turu geçebiliriz diye bir düşünceniz var mıydı maç öncesinde?
Yes, and before the game, I think everybody was just excited to go out there and play. And I mean, it's a very hard arena to play in, especially because we lost in ours and then having to go win in three and a golden set in their arena. It's a very difficult thing to do, but we all knew that we could do it.
Aldığın sette 13-12 iken çok kritik bir topa hücum ettin. O anda kendini nasıl motive ettin? O an neler hissettin?
For me, if you don't go out swinging in those big moments, you're going to regret it later. And so I've always been the kind of player that wants to take those big swings. And it was an out-of-system ball in a difficult situation, but if I would have given them a free ball or given them something easy, who knows, they could have taken the set. So I'm always going to go for it in those moments, and it paid off.
Sezon içerisinde özgüvenini zamanla kazandın diyebilir miyiz?
For sure, yeah. I think we put in a lot of training with Giovanni and I and the rest of the coaching staff, and I think confidence grows each season. You have to continue to adjust with new players, new coaching staff, and so confidence does take time, but I know that I have my players behind me and the coaches, and so I feel like it's definitely there.
Vatandaşın Michel Barşakli aslında Vakıfbank'ın efsanelerinden birisi oldu. Taraftarı çok hayran. Onun yerini aldığında bu sorumluluk seni nasıl etkiledi?
Yeah, I mean, they had a perfect season last year, and Michelle was a big part of that, and she is an amazing player, amazing person. I don't know her too well personally because I wasn't with national team for that long. I did have big shoes to fill, and I wanted to make sure I did it justice. Yeah, she's an incredible player, and so I'm just grateful to be here.
Giovanni Guidetti idollerimden birisi, karşı kale lider her zaman. Sen ikisiyle de çalıştın. İkisinin birbirine benzer özellikleri neler?
Yes, I would say their coaching styles are different, but they both have the same perspective of the game and knowledge and like work ethic. They are just incredible coaches with so much insight into the game, and it's cool to be able to learn from both of them in my career.
Amerika milli takımında Logan Tam, Jordan Larson gibi efsaneler var. Senin örnek aldığın birisi oldu mu?
Yeah, I think I always looked up to the outsides in the USA gym just because that was my position. So Kim Hill, Jordan Larson, Hackley, I watched them. I saw them in the past few Olympics, and I mean, you never really know if USA volleyball is very competitive to try to get a spot on, and so you never really know as a young girl if this is something that you're able to do, but you look up to them and you hope for the best. You get there and you're like, wow, this is so cool to be a part of something that these girls have grown for so many years now, and so I'm just lucky to be a part of it and to be surrounded by amazing women.
Kara, oyun içerisinde performans olarak düştüğünde kendini nasıl motive ediyor?
Staying calm and taking the focus off yourself is good because sometimes you're focused on your bad pass or your mistake, and I think when you can put your energy towards others, I think your game will continue to grow. When you're not so focused on all the errors you were making or why am I not doing this, why am I not doing that, it'll eventually just become the past, and you just have to keep moving forward, and hopefully it starts to get a little better. Getting to that free mindset is always key for me.
Show must go on.
Yes, show must go on.
Kara'ya göre bir smaçörde olmazsa olmaz özellik nedir?
I think a good toolbox, which means just lots of different shots. I think when you've played the game for a certain amount of time, when you're in a situation, it starts to become familiar, and you're like, okay, this ball is here, what shot works with the set and stuff like that, and I think that comes with growth, but I think having lots of different shots and knowing how to get out of a situation or what's going to be the best for what's in front of you, I think that's what makes great hitters.
Knowing everything is possible.
Yes, knowing as much as possible.
Oyun içinde şu yönümü daha çok geliştirebilirim dediği bir özelliği var mı?
I think in the position, the role that I am as an outside hitter, you need to know every aspect of the game. You need to know how to pass, defend, serve, hit. And so you have to be a very well-rounded player. And so I think that there's always something you can improve in your game or try to be better at. For me personally, I think passing is really huge as an outside hitter. And I think that's always something I'm trying to improve and get consistent at.
Orta oyuncu olarak başladı, daha sonrası smaçöre geçti. Bu adaptasyon sürecini nasıl geçti Kara?
When you learn a different position or if you're in a different spot, it allows you to grow a lot more as a player because you have a lot more respect for other players or other positions, and you learn how they work and what they have to do out on the court. And so I think transitioning to spiker just helped me learn how to become a better blocker and just have more awareness of different positions.
Karşılıklı oynarken en zorlandığı oyuncu kim diye sorsam?
Like at practice? Like on
Yeah,
bucket?
like-
I think we all have days where you're just like, wow, this girl is unstoppable today. I mean, Paula is a huge block to go up against every single day. So, I mean, that only makes me better to go against one of the best blockers. Gabby is incredible, and I look up to her so much, and all the hitting shots that she can make and the defensive plays. I think it's just really cool to be surrounded by so many great volleyball players and like learn from them as well as the coaches each day.
Son dinlediğin şarkı nedir Kara?
The last song?
Yeah.
Oh goodness. Maybe something by Post Malone.
Kara'nın en büyük korkusu nedir?
You know, I don't love like skydiving scares me, like planes and like jumping out of a plane. So I would say like that's a fear of mine to do that.
Birine benzetildiği oldu mu hiç?
I don't know if you guys have ever watched Game of Thrones, but one of the girls on Game of Thrones, I've been told I look like Stark or something. I don't know. Yeah. You see it? Maybe. I don't know. Sometimes I see it when her hair is brown, but not blonde, I guess.
Kara'nın kariyerinde kurduğu en büyük hayal nedir?
My biggest dream would be to make the Olympics. That would just be a really big goal of mine to be there with Team USA.
En havalı bulduğun sporu sorsam?
I grew up around basketball, and so I love basketball. Personally, I love watching gymnastics. I think that's really fun sport to watch. Yeah, I'd say those two.
O zaman basketbolda en sevdiği takımı da soralım Kara'ya.
Professionally, or in the NBA, I like the Phoenix Suns. Yeah, I was a big Steve Nash. He was my idol, so we've always been Phoenix Suns fans.
Bilinmeyen bir özelliği var mı Kara'nın?
Honestly, no, I don't have any like fun facts. This is something I feel like I always need in these interviews. I'm like, what's a fun fact about me? But I don't have any. I mean, I need my espresso. I love coffee, so I need my espresso shots. It's always like 1 in the morning and then like 1 an hour before the game. I don't know, I change up my hair quite a bit for the games. I don't have like a specific hairstyle.
Kara'nın sabah uyandığında en katlanamadığı şey nedir?
Not having my coffee. But I'm really into orange juice too, like fresh squeezed orange juice. Sometimes I start my day off with orange juice before coffee, and that's crazy.
Kara'nın telefonundaki en ünlü kişi kim?
On my phone, oh goodness.
Steve Nash.
I wish, but I saw Steve Nash follows Vakifbank, and I was like, let's connect. So no, maybe by end of season I'll have Steve Nash, but I don't know if I have anybody famous, goodness. No, I'm boring. No famous people. I have Gabby. Gabby is my most famous.
Okay. Kara en çok neye para harcıyor?
I try not to spend it on like clothes and stuff because I move around so much, so it's hard to have too much stuff. So I'd say I spend my money mostly on activities, like going out and to dinner or going out on the lake or something. Just activities. I feel like that's the best thing to spend your money on sometimes.
Experience.
Yes, exactly, experiences.
Kara voleybolda hangi kuralı değiştirmek isterdi?
That's a good question. I would like to change. I'm trying to think. Like, look at the court. What do we do?
I love volleyball.
I know. I love volleyball. It's perfect the way it is. Maybe like the people rules of the court or something. Yeah, that would be nice.
Çok teşekkürler Kara.
Thank you very much.